Hello everybody! If you want all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 904, The Unexpected Message. Intermediate. Sarah was a doctor in a busy London hospital. Every day she looked after many patients, but today was different because she was on holiday. She sat in a small café by the River Thames, drinking a cup of tea and enjoying the warm sunshine. It was the first time in months that she felt completely relaxed. Suddenly, her mobile phone buzzed on the wooden table. Sarah sighed and picked it up, expecting a message from a colleague at work. Instead, the message came from an unknown number. It simply said, "Meet me under the big bridge at 2 o'clock. I have what you lost." Sarah stared at the screen. She had not lost anything recently, or at least she did not think she had. She checked her leather bag. Her purse, her passport, and her keys were all there. She wanted to ignore the message, but she was curious. The bridge was only a 5-minute walk from the cafe, and it was a very public place. At exactly 2 o'clock, Sarah walked to the bridge. The area was full of tourists taking photographs. She stood by the stone wall and waited. A few minutes later, an elderly man in a long grey coat walked towards her. He did not look dangerous. He looked kind and tired. "Are you Sarah?" the man asked in a quiet British accent. Sarah nodded, feeling a little nervous. The man reached into his deep coat pocket and pulled out a small old photograph album with a blue cover. Sarah gasped. It was an album of her family photographs from her childhood. It had disappeared 10 years ago when her family moved to a new town. She thought it was gone forever. The man explained that he bought an old suitcase at a garage sale years ago, found the album inside, and spent a long time searching for the owner online until he finally found her phone number. Sarah thanked the man warmly, tears of happiness in her eyes. She offered to buy him a coffee, but he smiled, waved goodbye, and walked away into the crowd. Sarah sat on a nearby bench and opened the album, happy to have her precious memories back at last. If you learned a new word today, please make sure to subscribe so you can practice again next time. Vocabulary notes. Patient. In the story, every day she looked after many patients. Meaning, a person who is receiving medical care from a doctor, nurse, or hospital. Example, the hospital was very busy, so the patients had to wait for an hour to see the doctor. Similar words: sick person, sufferer, invalid. Colleague. In the story, expecting a message from a colleague at work. Meaning, a person that you work with, especially in a profession or a business. Example, I'm going to lunch with a colleague from the marketing department. Similar words: co-worker, teammate, workmate. Curious. In the story, she wanted to ignore the message, but she was curious. Meaning, having a strong desire to know or learn something. Example, children are usually very curious about the world around them and ask lots of questions. Similar words: inquisitive, interested, nosy. Gasp. In the story, Sarah gasped. It was an album of her family photographs. Meaning, to draw in breath suddenly through the mouth, especially because you are surprised, shocked, or in pain. Example, the crowd gasped when the magician made the large object disappear from the stage. Similar words: pant, puff, catch one's breath. Precious. In the story, happy to have her precious memories back at last. Meaning, of great value because of being rare, expensive, or important to you personally. Example, the gold ring belonged to her grandmother, so it was very precious to her. Similar words: valuable, treasured, dear. Story written by Gemini. Image created by Gemini. To read, listen, see all the story's content in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. CC Music, drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads.